This exercise is called the Romanian Deadlift, and the muscles that we'll be working with in this exercise will be the lower back, the glutes and the hamstrings. So the bar needs to be set at a correct height on the rack so that you're not injuring yourself lifting the bar out. Going on to the positioning, your hands need to be in a pronated grip with your thumbs underneath. Your hands need to be a fist width away from your hips, so you're not creating any unnecessary friction during the lift. When you're ready, walk the weight out. Your feet should be a hip width apart. Then when you're ready, engage your core and retract your shoulders and squeeze your scaps together, imagining that you're squeezing a pencil in between your scaps, and that will create your neutral position, also keeping your head looking downwards. Have a slight bend at the knee, then hinge at the hip, then slowly hinge at the hip and move your arms down just below your knee. It shouldn't go any further down, or shouldn't go further up. Shouldn't stop further up even. So during the exercise, keep your head down, and then when you're ready, on the concentric phase of the lift, thrust your hips through like so, and repeat the exercise over. So keeping the bar just below the knee, not stopping above the knee, or stopping below, stopping further below the bottom of the knee. Some common errors for this exercise are keeping your head up, having a bent back, and using a squatting motion, which you want to try and avoid, because that will reduce the effect of the exercise, reduce the effectiveness of the exercise. And that's that for this exercise. This exercise is called the vertical pull, also known as the pull-up, and this exercise works the lats and the biceps. So let's get into the video. First things first, you want to step up onto the steps so you can reach the handles comfortably. Then you want to bring your shoulders down, therefore you're squeezing your scaps together, and that will get you into the correct position. Your core should be engaged, so you're in a neutral position, and your feet and legs should be underneath or slightly in front of your body. During the exercise, the movement should be controlled so you can avoid swinging. At the bottom of the exercise, you want to fully extend so you can get a full range of movement. Some common errors for this exercise are swinging, feet behind the body, and not fully extending at the bottom so you can get a full range of motion. This exercise is called the horizontal pull, also known as the bent over row. This exercise will be working the bicep, the upper back, as well as the lower trapezius. Let's get into the video. So first things first, the bar should be at the right height, so you're not having to bend over too much. It should be just so similar to the RDL. Your feet should be shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, like the RDL position. Your feet should be in a pronated grip, with your thumbs underneath, and hands should be just outside shoulder width. Hinge at the hips with a flat back and engage the core so you're in a neutral position. Your head should be in a neutral position as well, not looking upwards. And then during the motion, you need to be flexing at the elbow and pull the bar into the belly area, ideally around the belly button. Some common errors for this exercise are using the body's momentum, having a bent back and head up. This exercise is called the deadlift, and the muscles that we'll be working with in this exercise is the lower back, the glutes, and the hamstrings. So let's get into the video. First things first, we want lifting plates on, so the bar is at the correct height, as well as having safety clips on for safety. Standing over the bar should be in the center foot, and you'll be measuring that from the ankle to the toe, so that'll be around the laces. Your feet should be hip width apart. Then as you go down, your knees and hips need to be bent. You should be in a pronated position. Your hands need to be in a pronated position, pronated grip with your thumbs underneath. Hands should be shoulder width apart. So the hands should be shoulder width apart, so they're not rubbing on the knees on the concentric phase of the lift. Then drop your hips down but above the knee, and then your shoulders should be back. So you're squeezing your scapulars together. Imagine a squeezing pencil in between them. Then you need to engage the core and keep the back straight and head looking down. So you're in that neutral position. You can see my head's looking up there, which is a mistake on my behalf. During the motion, extend at the knees and thrust hips through, like you can see there. And then coming back down, hinge at the hip, and then lower the bar down when it gets to the knees, and then squat down on the floor. You can see in the last rep my form was a bit better there, with my head being in a neutral position. Some common errors are having a bent back, head up and shoulders forward. This exercise is called the forward lunge, and the muscles that this exercise works are the quads, hamstrings and glutes. So let's get into the video. First things first, you're going to be approaching the bar the same way as you would with a squat. You can have a pronated grip. You can see there I just held my hands out, and the bar needs to be just sitting underneath the armpits. And that's the right height for the bar to sit at. So let's carry on. I need to then squat into the bar, make sure I'm in the center of the bar, and I'll be creating a shelf for the bar to sit on by squeezing my shoulders back, and that'll be able to create a nice shelf for the bar to sit on. Then squat into the bar and lift it up. Then walk the bar out. Then you need to have your feet shoulder width apart. Then lunge forward, creating a triple flexion, and the angle at the knees needs to be 90 degrees. You can see there I just stood up rather than exploding back. You need to explode back with a forward lunge rather than just standing up. Carrying on, you need to be engaging your core, so you can be in a neutral position, and your chest and head up. So the common errors with this exercise is your front knee leaning over your foot and the body leaning over your feet, leaning over your knee, sorry. Also, your foot position being too narrow, which can lead to you being off balance and potentially falling over, causing injury. And that's that for this exercise.